Good morning, friends. I am Mark Stanislawski. I am also Good Ideas Comics, and welcome to the Comic Cave in the heart of Michigan. As we flip through a haul that I recently got, if you saw my last haul video, I had mentioned that I was going to the Grand Rapids Comicon in Kalamazoo. Here's cheers. We got the morning coffee going. But yeah, I said I was going to be there and that I would have another haul video from that. And I do. And so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to check through all these comics. I got a pretty decent stack of books. So we're going to go through them. We're going to talk about them. If you are at the Grand Rapids Comicon in Kalamazoo, and you happen to run into Arthur Morgan of Red Dead, that's my son-in-law. So hopefully you were there and you saw Arthur Morgan walking around and said hi to him, maybe got a picture with him. So yeah, let's get into this haul. I walked around the entire Comic-Con first, saw all the vendors, just flip through stuff, see. I always do that, see who's there, what's there. It's like 3 separate rooms. You know, you have one room that's comics, toys. They even had a video game set up. The middle room is usually for the voice actors, you know, the celebrities, and then they have a third room that there's not so much comics in there. There's a lot of games, action figures, all kinds of stuff. There is some comics in the third room, but I usually walk through the whole thing. And then say, okay, and I spot vendors, and then I go back through and I flip through boxes and see what I can get. So I actually got this this is like my last stop in the thing. There was a guy there set up and he had 50-cent bins. So I was like, well, let me check the 50-cent bins, see if there's anything in there that I'm looking for to complete my runs, because that's what we're doing now. We're completing runs, and not, you know, it took a lot of willpower to you know, not just pick up stuff that that appealed to me. It's all about, you know, trying to complete runs. So the Man with No Name from Dynamite #4. I was in a dead zone, so I didn't have access to my. I have a database with what books I have in it, what books I need, whatever, and I didn't have access to that. So I wasn't sure if I had #4. I did have #4, so now I have 2. This one's in lower grade. You know, you got some ticks on the spine. It's definitely lower grade. But I also got #5. 4 was the last issue. That's when I stopped at issue 4. So now I got issue 5. Issue 6, The Man with No Name. Issue 7, these are all 50 cents a piece. And issue 10, great covers, Rich Isanov covers for these books. This was a decent series, I thought. You know, it's everyone knows the Man with No Name is a legendary character portrayed by Clint Eastwood in the old, you know, uh, spaghetti westerns. Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Even kind of played the same type of character in Pale Rider. But yeah, this series was okay, and I want to complete this. I think issue 11. I think it went to issue 11. So I'm almost there. I need 8, 9, and 11. I also found this DV8 #1. I'm also this is a twofold. This is probably one of my my things that I went for that I probably shouldn't have. But for 50 cents, why not? DV8 number one. I'm also trying to get a bunch of Warren Ellis stuff. I like Warren Ellis. I like his writings. So I'm trying to get that. This isn't the regular cover of DV8. This is like a variant from what I saw, a variant cover, one of the variant covers. So I was happy to get that for 50 cents. Found this in the 50-cent bin, Amazing Fantasy number 9 for 50 cents. This is not a bad copy. Everyone knows that this Amazing Fantasy run has a lot of first appearances, right? Amadeus Cho's Amazing Fantasy 15, I think, and Aranya was the first 5-6 issues, which I bought off the stand, and then I stopped it after Aranya. But I got the first appearance of Scorpion. I think I got that off of eBay for like $4. But yeah, you can if you look, you can find these for pretty cheap. But you got to look. The deals are out there, folks. The deals are out there. And I also found Battlestar Galactica 14. If you were around and saw my last video, I got a bunch of Battlestar Galactica books for like $2 a piece. And I did not have this one. And this was I picked out of the 50-cent bin. I mean, it's got a lot of little spine ticks. Looks like it's got a little dog ear. It's got a dog ear down here. But, it's a decent copy. It's a complete copy for 50 cents. Yeah, absolutely. So that was it. That was it for my 50-cent haul. It's kind of weird because 1, 2, 3. I thought so. It was $4. This is $4, but I think he only charged me $3. I don't know. But, yeah. So that was nice. That was a nice little 50-cent pickup. So now I went to the next place, and he had a bunch of older books that were all. And the reason why I went on the last day, a Sunday, and the reason why I like going on a Sunday is because I don't know if they do this all weekend, but all the vendors usually have their books at half off, which is perfect. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for, right? So I went to this vendor, and he had a couple of Twilight Zones that I needed from Now Comics. This was back in the 90s. So I got number 6, which I needed for $1. You can see $2 there, but it's half off. And I got number 8 for $1 because I needed both of these. I've got Terminator Burning Earth, number 3. Everyone knows Terminator Burning Earth is first Alex Ross art. Number 3, I have 4 and 5, so now I have 3, 4, and 5. I also got this for $1. So I got some Now books, which I'm looking to complete for $1 a piece. I'm happy with that. Then I went to this other place and got this one, Marvel Tales 137, reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15. As you can see, it says it's near mint minus, original price of $20. You can see there was a 20 under here, but then they marked it down to 10. And I got it for half of 10. So I got this for $5, which I was happy with. I saw it as I was walking around, and after checking, I mean, there's a few outliers. If you look at eBay solds, a couple people got a good deal and got it for a couple bucks. But of course, like on eBay, you got to pay shipping. So that moves it up. But for the most part, Marvel Tales 137 and near mint minus, people are paying about $10 for it. So it was nice to get this at half price. And I think, I'm not sure, I'm not positive, because I think this is the first reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15, if I remember correctly. Because this was 1982, and then they did the classic Marvel classic reprints, but I think that was later on in the 80s. So I think this might be the first reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15. But yeah, I was happy to get that for $5. And now we're going to go to another vendor. And last year when I was there, I went to this vendor. And if you, one of my other videos, maybe I'll put a link in at the end of this video. I talked about grabbing a bunch of these books. And it's Silver Surfer, right? Now, people are going crazy for this book, I guess. I see these on eBay for, $6, $7, $8 a piece or more. It's kind of ridiculous, I think. To me, these are $3 books, but people are gonna overprice in hopes, because it's a hot item, right? People want the book anyway. Especially now that the Fantastic Four movie's coming out, so people want Silver Surfer even more. But anyway, in the previous video, I'm digressing. I went and he had issues 133 to 145. I thought 145 was the last issue. It isn't. 146 is the last issue, but 145 is the next to last issue. So I got like 133 to 144, I think, for $2 a piece. And then 145, I think I got for like $4. So I went back to him. This is the same guy. I went back to him and I went right to Silver Surfer to say, because I knew he had more Silver Surfer there, and I could have wiped him out. But anyway, I was like, okay, what does he have? What does he have that I need? So I grabbed a whole bunch of Silver Surfers that I needed. This is Silver Surfer 99. You can see the grade, and of course, everything there was half off. So I got Silver Surfer 99 for $3. I got 103 for $2. 105 for $2. 109 for $3. 110 for $4. Supposedly this is an 8.5. 111 for $3. And I guess this is when George Perez took over the writing, so I'm going to be interested in reading George Perez's work. 112 for $4. And supposedly this is a high grade. They put the grade on there too. So supposedly it's a 9.0 grade. It's a very nice grade. Funny thing about 112 is in my my database that I have my books, that I put my books in, it's what is it? Comic Collector Live database. But I think I'm going to go to CLZ probably soon. But the one thing with Comic Collector Live is you can have a store in there and sell books. And I looked, as I was putting these in, I looked, and they had two different stores had Silver Surfer 112 for like $150 a piece, $120 a piece. I was like, why are they selling this book for that much money? And I'm looking at price guides, and it's a $3-4 book. It's not a key, but I don't know. I guess they're just waiting for that sucker to pay $100 and something for it. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, Let's continue. 114 for $2. Looks like Perez also did the inking on the cover. That's nice. 115 for $3. 116 for $2. 118 for $2. I already had issue 119. I don't even remember where I got 119 from, but so I have 119. Here's 120 for $2. 121 for $2. 123 for $2. And this is a new beginning again. I don't, so 121, is this the last Perez issue? And this is somebody else, maybe? J.M. DeMatteis. For a long time, I was pronouncing his name as DeMatteis, but I think he took over this book at the end. 124 for $3. 126 for $2. 130 for $1.50. Yeah, DeMatteis is writing here. 131 for $2. And 132 for $3. Now, again, I have 133 to 145. So this completes a good chunk of the Silver Surfer run. I mean, for $2, $3, some $4, yeah, these books have gone up in the year that I've waited, so I think, well, I'm hoping that after the Fantastic Four movie comes out, the books will kind of calm down, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I still I have all the 90s, so 90 to 98, I still need, in the last issue, 146, I still need. But again, I'm not going to pay. I see people on eBay selling that for 50, 60 bucks. I'm not going to pay 50, 60 bucks for that. eBay sold, if you look on eBay sold, it's selling for about $8 to $10, which is perfectly fine for the last issue of the Silver Surfer, 8 to 10. Yep, I can see that. Anyway, so then I set my sights on another title that I'm trying to also fill in a big gap that I have in this title, in this run. My favorite character. So and that is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is the Dan Slott run. I don't even know the volume 3, 4, might be volume 4, with all those great Alex Ross covers. I do have a bunch of issues of this run. I think I have 1 and 2, so this is issue 3. This is issue 4. 5. I think I have issue 6. And here's issue 7. Let's go back. These are all $2 a piece. Again, everything's half off. So $2 a piece here, as you can see. Those are 4. I got them for 2. 7. Here's number 12. This is the variant cover for $2. 14 for $2. It's a nice cover. And 16 for $2. I have 17, 18, 19, 20. I have a bunch after this. This is the Dead No More storyline. So I was able to grab these. I was happy that I got a big chunk more of this for $2 a piece. So then I was going through the box and I found early issues of the Nick Spencer run. Now I hardly have anything of the Nick Spencer run of Amazing Spider-Man. So I was able to get issue 3 for $2, issue 4 for $2 with the Tri-Sentinel, and issue 5 for $2, which I was happy with. So now these last 3 books is we go back to volume 1, and it's the end of volume 1. So 789 of volume 1. This is The Road to 800. I got it for $2.50, $2.50. These books, like 789 to 800, I see some pretty stupid prices like this one, right? 793. They had it $15. I guess I got it for $7.50. Not guess, I did get it for $7.50. Now they had a bunch of they had second. I think they also had a third print of 793. And I'm not into second or third prints. I know people are going to go, oh, you should have picked up a second and third print. No, they were cheaper, as they should be. But I'm a first print guy. I want first prints. I don't want second or third prints. And for $7.50, and this book, yeah, I see it. I see it again on eBay selling for 10, 15, $20. I guess because it has Venom in it. I don't know. And the last book of the haul, and I couldn't believe they had this in there. And this is a book I've had my eye on for a couple months now. And that is The Amazing Spider-Man, number 800. This is the Mobius variant. I believe this is a 1 in 10 variant. As you can see, because it's a 1 in 10, the price tag on it is $10, but it was half off. So I got it for $5. Now, there is a vendor on eBay. Was it Quality Comics, who has a ton of these? They always have all kind of 800 variants for sale, and I've been trying to nab one, because they've been, somebody got one for like $2, and I'm trying to get it for like $2 to $3, because with shipping it's going to be 8 to 10. And I saw this nice copy, half off, so I got it for $5. Don't have to worry about shipping. I was like, perfect. This is perfect. So this falls within my wheelhouse. Nice to get this nice, and I love this cover, which is why I wanted it. Mobius. It was nice to have Mobius do some Marvel variants. He's one of the goats, and I don't know. There's just something about this image that I really like, so I wanted it. Might also want to get the what is it? The Alex Ross variant, right? Wasn't the original A cover of Amazing Spider-Man? Isn't that Alex Ross, I believe? Or was that somebody else? I'm pretty sure it was Alex Ross, but because that's a nice cover too. Try to get that. So that's the haul. I think all of the books that I've shown, pretty big stack. think I only spent like $90 in total for all of these books, the stack, because everything was half off. So, you know, I was happy to find these. And again, they had not only 793, but I think they had 794, 795, but they were all second prints. So I was like, nah, because I had grabbed those as well and then realized they were second prints. Nice to get 793. I want to say I have a couple issues in between 89 and 93. So I think I have 90, 92. I think I have 792, maybe 791 as well. But yeah, nice to again get a big chunk of Spider-Man, and you know, we just got to keep looking at it. Like I said, you know, the deals are out there, folks. You can't just, you know, I mean, I I routinely see people overpaying for books. Granted, those books are high-end books, and I get that. You know, you're going to pay a premium for high end. Everyone wants near mint, and for me, I'm not looking for high end. You know, as long as it's decent and complete. You know, like the 50-cent books that I picked up, especially the Battlestar Galactica, which to me, it's in good enough condition. You probably could have sold it for at least a couple bucks. But you know, he threw it in the 50-cent bin, and I was happy to find that in there. But yeah, you gotta, you know, this is why we do it, right? The thrill of the hunt in trying to find the best deal possible on these books. You know, again, picking up Spider-Man books for $2 a piece, I will do that all day long. But that's it for the haul. Let me know what you think of what I got, and as always, we'll see you in the funny pages. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. You guys are the best, and I truly appreciate you. Just a side note, I not only talk about comics and collect comics and review comics and love comics, I also make comics. And these are some of the comics that I've made. And if you're interested in, there's a wide variety of genres. You can go to www.goodideascomics.com, as you can see in the banner, and you can order them there. Or if you don't want to order them from a website, I can understand that. You can email me at goodideascomics@gmail.com, and we'll hook you up with some of this great stuff. Indie books are the best, and you guys are the best. Thank you very much. See you in the funny pages.